Hello Libra, this is Bonnie from Soul Star Bliss with your November 2017 mini tarot reading. Let's take a shuffle here, Libra, and see what's coming up for you this month. Let's take a look here. That just said that some of you are getting advice that you really don't want to hear, or you're getting 3/4 of the message. So if you have asked for something or you're meditating, take an extra minute to get the full message before you make a decision. So let's see what's going on here. Okay. Some of you, it appears, have some worries to do with, I don't know if you have something legal going on this month, or a situation that says, you know, try to trust. Try to figure out what you can do. Worrying about it isn't going to change it. Maybe a little homework or a little detective work, something like that might make things better for some of you. It says those of you that are worried about having to move, you're not going to have to, I don't think. It says if you want to move, you can. Don't be forced into moving. I'm not sure what that means. And I know that's not for everybody, but those of you that are not wanting to move, maybe if you're in a partnership, discuss with your partner or take a look at what you really want to do. It says it's important to remember what's coming up here. It doesn't matter what's gone, it matters what's left. That has to do either with relationship, but it also can be a learning process. So it says if you've been working on something, it's not quite how you want it, maybe you need to change something about it. Or if it hasn't worked, can't go back and change that. Look and see what new process might be in the works for you. It says there could be some travel this month for some of you. It says that'll be a good time to gather with family. Don't let anyone talk you out of travel that you want to do. It says one more thing is needed for some choice for the future here. If you're waiting to hear some news possibly about a job, or maybe a transfer, something like that. It looks like there's going to be information about a job right toward the end of the month for some of you. It says, and it says, don't be foolish about work. It says, if things aren't peaceful at work or things seem to be in upheaval at work, before you get, say anything or do anything, make sure you see what's going to happen. It might be just, the company's having a bad month or a bad quarter. It says there's a lot of upheaval going on around some of you at work, and that's going to fall into place here. You'll see it's going to be much better. You may be hearing some of you from an old friend. Remember this, someone from the past when they show up. Let's just say if they were good before, they probably still are, but if they're not, let them prove themselves. And it says it's almost as if something changes. Maybe it's a reignition of a relationship. Maybe it's, mending of an argument from a family member, but it's a big deal for some reason this month for some of you. It says there's things going on that you're not aware of. It doesn't mean anyone's cheating, peeking, sneaking, but it just says things could be, this is about work. It says it could be things are going to be much better for a lot of you. And I want to say quarterly, so I'm assuming that it'll get better after the end of the year. So if that is what's going on, try not to be fearful, because what we fear most is exactly what we usually bring to us. It says you're really strong. Don't forget who you are. It says counsel could be needed about something, and that could be a lawyer, it could be a therapist, but it also could be two friends talking. So sometimes keeping things inside and not talking about them can make things, be kind of upheaval, because we can certainly, myself included, create the worst scenario possible that's going to happen, and really stop ourselves from moving forward. Because it says the Ace of Wands is going to be yours, which means a new beginning, a relationship, a job, anything that could be beginning new. And another significant to me would be, it could be by springtime things are going to be very different, especially if it's relationship upheaval that's going on right now. With a little work, it could be Chariot, it could be the one who achieves greatness. It says apprentice, it means work needs to be done. And the work being done doesn't necessarily mean that you give your power away and you do all the work. If we're talking about relationship, whether it be work or a love relationship, it seems like there has to be more than one person working on this. And that's going to happen. It says there's joy, bliss, and ease is on the way for some of you. It says if you're having money trouble, something about that's going to change. And it says really pay attention to your finances so you don't have those kind of worries for yourself. And then put those worries to rest. I'm not saying to run out and buy everything under the sun. I'm just saying if you figure out a plan and see how it's working, it's going to make things much easier for you. It says you're going to be using your intuition a lot this month. And it says when you don't know what to do, just step back. You don't have to listen to everybody else. You can take their advice. But if you're feeling like you really don't know what to do, whether it be about a move, a job, whatever it is, step back and breathe for just a moment and try to center yourself and find your best course of action, because usually the answer is going to come from within yourself. You can certainly talk and listen to everybody's opinions, but you're the one who has to live with it, so make it good for yourself. You do have the Nine of Cups here, which means you get a wish, and things certainly could be falling into place. Star card says Spirit is watching over you, and what you're waiting for certainly could show up this month. So with that said, Libra, I so appreciate you dropping in. This is Bonnie from Soul Star Bliss, and we'll see you next month.